Hey, hey, hey! So we are in V Rising, the vampire game, which I can't help but fall in love with because it's just so rich in detail. So basically, this is a private server which I'm playing in, and I've tweaked the settings. Like I gotta escape to the main menu to show you more, to make it more friendly for resource building and castle building. So instead of farming every single thing, which would have taken me months, I just made it much easier. I made the days shorter and the sunlight less intense, and I made the nights longer in the private server settings. And I'm going to take you on a tour through Castle Dracula. So come with me. I've completed multiple layers of this castle. I'll take bat form later from the terrace, from the roof. So let me take you through my castle. This is the video with the commentary, basically a real estate tour guide. So let's go and show you what's what and what madness went into making this, even with all these settings so favorably adjusted. I'll just close this. Welcome to Gothic Maximalism, to the first ground floor of Castle Dracula. Happy Halloween. Let's go on a tour. You've been invited to celebrate a nice formal event on Halloween night in Castle Dracula. So you're here early, and I'm going to take you through it. Yes, I'm role-playing. Yes, don't judge me. We all do it. I'm just going to stop by here where we have a little administration office thing going, because people are just coming in. They might want to sign in. It's going to have a little bit of a home, a little bit of a resort, a little bit of a hotel, and everything in between. This is a nice private little sofa. Look at our guy taking it easy. Is he sleeping? Is he closing his eyes? I don't know. Anyway. This is a small little private space here. I think it's some kind of a blood sacrifice where everybody can just put in something. I don't know. It just depends on your imagination. A small little gathering place to discuss important strategy, mostly for legwork kind of people and staff members. I've exhausted every single decorative option to create a story. No two people will look at this castle in the same story way, and attribute the same meaning to the same items. So it's up to you to figure out what's what. This is a nice summoning circle into the castle, or even from inside to get outside the castle. A small little private space here for various purposes. A little podium here, probably for summoning or to perform some kind of dignified rite. And then we come to the right side of this ground floor. Another small meeting area, a little shrine-like place here. And a nice main admin kind of a section where you've got the armor stands, you've got the weapon stands, almost like a storage, even though it's not big enough. A little gold stand over here, probably for donations or banking kind of a thing. And then a little corner with artwork, a little gathering space for people to sit and relax or something. Or maybe for the staff members, like bankers, to go back for their break or whatever. And then we've got this main area here, multicolored chairs, just for all the whoever's visiting to sit, and visiting from that entrance, or exit rather. So I will show you more of that. Let me just take you through this zone here. So while they're sitting and waiting, this is for more of the VIP guests who have to sit and wait for the same reason. And it can double as both admin waiting and to use the teleporter to get to other parts of the castle. I have linked it, but I want to take you through the stairs. So this is a nice little dignified teleporter entry here with a nice prominent castle heart. Just got a lot of days left in it. A nice little small admin section here. Another beautiful art space with fireplaces. Another little gathering space over here for people. And then we are back round to this. I can take wolf form, but the wolf form is actually a little faster, and I don't want to do that. So I want to like show you through this so you can get to see everything. And this is the other exit here, basically like a hunting exit or a bridge leading out for gathering, for staff, for servants, for supplies, or anything of that sort. And immediately in here is the attached garden. Let me take you through the garden because it's Halloween. We've had a lot of Halloween inspirations here and there everywhere. You can't quite see it because the layers are all over the place, but there is a canopy here. Anyway, so this is the little garden attaché, open air garden with a well, with a little recreation spot, beautiful vistas of the mountains and the lands conquered. Here's the little pagoda canopy and a small little nook where you can pay your respects to probably a very important legacy member of the family of Castle Dracula. A nice quaint and cute little garden here, and we have completed the ground floor tour. Now a nice little lampy thing going on here. Alright, so now we are off to the first floor. Forgot to show you this one. Let me turn on the mist. So this is basically a mist brazier, protects you from the sun and stuff. I don't want to waste the thing because it burns quite quickly, but I did want to show you what this is, and you can summon a few of these things over here if I'm putting all this. It's like infinite kind of a thing, so you gotta turn this on in order to perform summoning rituals is what I have imagined, and the castle heart has to be sated. A nice little Stygian awakening tier 2 3 stuff here. I think we have done all this. I max leveled out thanks to the server settings, which has given me ability to start off at the max level. Very familiar with the game. So here we go to the second floor, and before I take you through the other side, let me show you this one here. This is a nice little graveyardish kind of a feel. We are entering this location. Let me take you through the proper routes of approach. Nice statues here, nice little recreation, relaxation zones here. A table for probably gathering. These are all workplaces, which I will show you. All the research, and each room has got its own workspaces, but I'm just going to show you the outside before we go in. Nice little garden trellis work going on here. A small little nook for storing your weapons or armor, or for checking out the weapons and armor of Castle Dracula, some of it anyway. First, let us enter the little mausoleum or sorts in here. We have a nice little coffin space over here. We can enter it, but I don't want to right now. And again, there's a castle. Turn the mist braziers on to summon, so to speak. Just imagination. A little highlight over there. Now we enter a little side nook, which is for VIPs only, because the mausoleum is only reserved for members, high-ranking members of the family, warriors or legacy individuals who can appear here if they so choose and take a little respite or relaxation inside this posh and luxurious little nook reserved just for them to chillax. How'd you do? Fancy hunting that human the other day? Anyway, Now we are off to this little segment of the place. Again, we've got a similar weapons and armor storage or something here. A nice little library over here, or it can also double as a library or as an admin thing. It depends on what you make of it. A little highlight space, a little meeting space, a highlight decoration. These are all from the Dracula DLC pack extensions. Before I get to the workspaces, I want to show you this little chapel space going on here. A dark mass, so to speak, with a podium there and some people talking from the podium. Hello humans, we are gathered here this evening to commemorate our Lord and Master, Lord Dracula. All hail Lord Dracula, hail Lord Dracula. Anyway, so this is the nice little garden come chapel-y kind of a space. This is mainly for the, let me show you that. Hey. This is basically the Nightfall kind of a allegiance. Count Dracula has got the Nightfall allegiance is my roleplay concept for this. So you'll see a lot of this in white to contrast the red and oranges. I didn't want to just merge everything together for no reason. So you'll see a lot of that. Nightfall banners everywhere in a lot of ways. Crests and banners. Now, we are off to all the workspaces. Research manufacturing units over here. Let us begin from this area because this is the actual route of approach. Even though there's an exit over there, we'll exit there. This is the woodworking area where you can see all the woodworking items I've placed over here. I added the grinder here anyway because I just thought it'll be a nice thing to have here instead of in the ore working zone there. I'll come to that one last. We're going now to the alchemy area. We've got all these alchemy related items and blood items with a little fish storage here because I do not know why I put that here. I just felt like it was a proper place because alchemy, maybe they want to try something with fishes like H.P. Lovecraft and create some fishy hybrids. Anyway, this is the jewel crafting area here. I didn't have too much space for this one because the castle wasn't letting me build a little atrium on the outside there, so I just wanted to just keep this cozy and small. Before we get to those two, let me cover that bigger space there, which is the forge, where we make all the metalworking and the artisanry for forge related items. Furnace and smithy and everything. So now that that's done, we are going on to the tailoring workshop. We are passing this outer area now. We're touching up on the tailoring workshop. I kept this in the open here because a lot of these people who are visiting won't want to see any of those as much as they would the tailor for the sake of dresses and suits and all that stuff. So I think this should be more in an open, beautiful space kind of an accessibility rather than all those hard and fast, serious work areas which most people are not going to be all glamored up about. So this is the gorgeous, luxurious haute couture kind of a feel for the tailoring workshop, followed immediately by this next area, which is the paper press workshop, where I think again it's got a lot to do with the Victorian era bookmaking kind of a feel. I didn't want to make it too lush in this space because usually these kinds of places were a little more bare to clean up all the sawdust or something and the paperworks and all that. So I just wanted to keep it very woodworky, kind of a bookmaking, book binding, make your own custom hardcovers kind of a space over here with a nice little small library nook to showcase what they have created. Illumicrate, deluxe editions kinda. And now we are finished with the first floor of Castle Dracula. and we are moving on to the second floor. Now the second floor has a very nice exit or entry kind of a feel here, with nice garden level fountains, battens? No. And we're going to the second floor of Count Dracula. Now this is a very important floor because this is exactly where we have the throne room. Now I want to show you the throne room last, so I'm just going to keep my head really low and rush up these stairs. I don't want you to see anything just yet. And I'm going to take you to the third floor, where there are the teleporters which connected all the way to the ground floor over there. I'll take you to the throne room last because it's really grand, and that's where Dracula's throne is there, and he's going to hold court. So I'll take you to that last. So here we are in the next floor. Now this floor is a very important floor because it's got a lot of personal spaces. After the throne room, it's all personal spaces in a lot of ways. Let me take you first through the ambience of the personal corridors. A little nook over there, a little beautiful art piece, a little, again, art piece. This leads to Dracula's bedroom for the servants to use. The servants' entrance to, well, service the quarters. Anyway, this is the servants' place. I will show you that soon. Before that, let me take you to the other side. Another staircase leading up here. A nice cozy little nook with a summoning zone. Another cozy little nook. Again, very personal, family kind of only, or extremely close friends. No more than 1 century, maybe 10 centuries of friendship, so to speak. Roleplay vibe. A small little spacing here. Now before I take you through into Dracula's bedroom, let me show you a little nook again over here. A beautiful art space, but mostly for servants' uses. And here are all the servants. Now I have already enthralled this servant. I was hoping to enthrall a lot more, but there was no time, and I wanted to put this video up for Halloween. I've been spending hours and hours trying to get 2 entire floors ready in time for this day. I didn't have time, I was traveling. So I probably go and enthrall a bunch of the other people over here. If you have enthralled somebody, their coffin will glow like that. I wanted them all to glow. See, more will appear. So all of your servants will be here. The Miss Brazier can be turned on if needed. And this place is a nice little, slightly management level servants. And I wanted to again go and capture a few prisoners, like human prisoners whom we can drain blood from, because Dracula's bedroom is right there. So I just wanted it to be more like they'll have a place right over here with the blood freshly served, and the servant going in to serve Dracula in his bedroom. And this will probably be where Dracula himself will hold sometimes important meetings or get-togethers to discuss certain capture prisoners or blood-related stuff or event-related stuff, catering-related stuff, whatever he wants to discuss. He is Lord of his castle, after all. And we got a nice little altar of recollection and stuff going on there. So that's the servant quarters, higher management quarters, and the servants' entrance leading into Dracula. We'll make an exit through here because I don't want to show you too much from that angle. I want to show it through you from this angle, which is the grand corridor entrance toward and into Dracula's bedroom, chambers, boudoir, whatever you want to call it. Welcome, Gothic maximalism again. That's where the servants entered from, as you can see, but it does have a really gorgeous highlight there. Nice little garden hedge in orange, autumn, Halloween, October, fall kind of a vibe going on here, and horses again for a very masculine feel, because this is Dracula's castle. A small little reading and research zone for him, highlight areas for his bed, and at last Dracula,
a pleasing slumber,
appears from his gorgeous bed. Anyway, and a little dressing table over here for him to sit and do up whatever it is he wants to do up. Little private space there. A nice power statement kind of a highlight here next to a fireplace with books and chess. And a nice little corridor, Halloween themed, from the pumpkins leading up to Dracula's small throne. Not the giant one which I'm going to show you, which is in the main space. You can teleport to other locations of the map here. So from his bedroom itself, he can teleport to, or just check out the map, or if he's got other teleporters, he can just get there. So this is his small court, his mini court rather, where only the most important people will enter through the main foyer to discuss, while the servants enter through that chamber to serve Count Dracula. Now before I get down back to the throne room, I want to show you... No, let's go to the throne room. And then I'll take you back up to the roof. And from the roof, I will take bat form. Maybe we'll see the entire castle on the outside. And then, depending on day or night, and then we can close the table, the video. So here's where we entered the zone here for the throne room floor of the Dracula's place. You got a nice little highlight spacing over here, like storyline going on, where there's a wailing gargoyle, a greedy gargoyle, and an altogether troll-worthy gargoyle. And you've got a nice little space so people can sit and relax, or probably is a waiting line, a nice rose trellis, privacy guard there. And this is essentially a kind of a restroom, not a full-on toilet, but a restroom, because this is a throne room, and people either when they're coming or going might want to freshen up or relax. Remember, these are vampires. They don't usually do stuff that humans do, so they probably don't have a much efficient system that does not require them to use bathrooms, except for the luxury element if they ever feel like wanting to a tub or whatever, you know, that's about it. But this is, we don't have a tub option in this game's decor, so I couldn't make this into a complete space like that. But they do have dressing tables here for anyone who wants to come and touch up their face, just use everything, look beautiful before they enter to go see His Majesty Count Dracula. Nice little lock boxes just for the sake of creating a highlight. And from here, we are moving to the main zone here. Little highlight spaces here and there with a line of rose trellises going up here. A little highlight space for people to chill and relax. Again, here, look at this. Look at this. Very Gollum's early days, when he was a hobbit kind of thing. He found the ring and the other Gollum wanted the ring kind of a feel. I don't know. You can come up with whatever you want, I guess. So that's one little space there. This is the music box. Currently playing Dracula's theme. I like it. So this music box will play everywhere indoors, and you can only have one, but it will play through all the floors anyway. That music you're hearing is because of this. And it's a nice masquerade-y feel as we enter this little area here. Another highlight space here with three thinking gargoyles, like the three monkeys with their eyes, nose and mouth closed, eyes, mouth and ears closed. We have a different kind of highlight, paintings highlighted the backdrop there. And a little barricade here, a beautiful, not exactly a barricade, but a highlight barricade. Another rose trellis line up right over here. Now before I take you through the main entrance to the Dracula's castle, I wanted to show you a small little garden nook, only for Dracula's throne room kind of a use. Nice Halloween themed garden, grass under your feet, walking around, enjoying conversation, and the beautiful atmosphere of this Halloween autumn themed garden space right here. And now we go to the side little entrance where you can see from outside through the stained clear glass those Halloween pumpkins grinning back at you. Now before we go there, let me just show you this little area right over here. Oh, Simo, you move fast. Anyway, this is a nice, again, like I told you, nightfall crests everywhere. Dracula's allegiance. We've got the black and white, which means equal no matter what race a vampire is, this is the entrance where everybody has to walk through the usual route of approach toward the throne. But before that, let me show you this little side space here. Beautiful artwork highlights with fountain touch-ups here. This is actually supposed to be something menacing, but people can, in the game, you can use it to extract materials from your items. But here is more like a throne room, so I think probably people will be killed over here. So anyway, that's one nice little arty space there. Beautiful trellis archways here. A library or a banking or an immediate powerful knowledge is power kind of a research statement there. Horses for nice power statements, and again the same idea over here. And then at last, large fountain spaces as we lead closer to the throne. Dun, 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 dun. All in red-limbed highlights, the throne of darkness. The grand winged throne of Count Dracula. This is where his power takes full form. Let me enter the backspace there to show you what I've touched up. A little fireplace. I've not done anything in this spot here because it won't be visible anyway, but I'll do it later. I'll probably add a little highlight or whatever. So this is the main gorgeous throne of Dracula. Now that we've seen all the throne spaces, as you can see, I'm taking the route of approach. Back out. Instead of going down, we're going to go back up because I want to show you the roof, the terrace. It is just in time, nightfall. 2 exits up there. I'll show you this exit first and how it looks. This is basically an open left and right exit. And that one is a closed only right exit. Because it just happened that way. Because of the giant ass throne is occupying this little spot here, and I couldn't open this space up. So this is the right side of the space. Let's go through this anyway. This is a nice, it's wine, but I would like to think of it as blood. So because we are out here in the open rooftops with all these nightfall elements, it's a relaxation space. People, high-ranking members can fly in as bats or exit as bats, only for Dracula and his closest people's use. So we've got all the blood serving area here, which you can collect and then move around for the party space, kind of an event space. We've got a summoning circle. People can appear here or leave from here if they want to. A nice little park kind of a space so people can just sit and read. Beautiful hedgework for privacy and stuff like that. And we've got this gorgeous little 2 fountain setup here with lots of garden-like archways and hedges and canopies and pagodas and vases and florals and everything to create that outdoorsy vibe. A little haunted space there. This little spot is a nice martial area where you can train on the dummies, and you've got the weapon and the armor thing there. I'm going to just close this so the gates highlight crest can be enjoyed. Highlight spaces, graveyard highlight spaces. And we're going under the canopies into this another small romantic little nook where if you turn the Miss Brazier on, people can just spend time here even if it's sunny and say, look how much, darling, I love you, that I'm braving the sun for you. Oh, shut up, dear, it's just the Miss Brazier talking. You know, and things like that. So this is where they can sit, he can read poetry if he does not know or remember. A nice little cozy looking over the forest. romantic space, which is similarly reflected in the other side of the roof. A nice little Stygian summoning portal here where the priest or something can just do some funny business, because I think this can be something to do with the directions, cardinal directions, where it will possibly be most conducive to summoning creatures. Anyway, here we have come to the next area here, which is a nice little gardeny kind of a space. You can grow a plant here if you like, but I didn't want to right now. I just wanted to leave it empty as it is. Another small, not so romantic, more of a relaxation space over here. Very terracey, very gardeny. You can grow some important plants which you can even use maybe for the priests especially to come and relax. Possibly this could be their little nook. And again, this will be the nice little 2 ditto copy spaces highlighting over there. We are passing through. Let me take the wolf form now, because then I can do this and pass through. And now we are coming to that one. So this is the 2 entrance exit here. Before that, let me just show you the main foyer with all these pedestal of the monster, which you can do as you complete the game. Pedestal of Dracula, pedestal of the winged horror, which you gotta kill to get. You gotta kill all these bosses. Pedestal of Solaris, and it's right here all the way up top to showcase power and to draw their energies, and to whoever's coming over, enemy vampire bats can just turn around because I just killed these 4. You don't want to mess with me kind of a statement, with beautiful highlight spaces here. A nice little hedgework barrier, divider rather. That's where the castle is, so I would love that roof design, so I wanted to create a highlight right in front of that over here. Now when we pass through this space, which we route of approach here, it's a nice little cafe, outdoor cafe kind of a feel. People will be served. These are vampires, remember, they will all be served, so the servants will be coming to them from wherever the items are being brought. And a nice little archway extended archway pagoda going on here, with blood served here as well, and another romantic little nook right over here, reflected as there as here kind of a feel. And this, let me take the bat form now before it turns into daylight, so I can just show you how it looks like from the air. You can't descend, by the way. I mean, you can't like change your altitude, but I just wanted to show you how it looks. And here's all the levels of the castle. I only put outside pillar ornament statues here, as you can see, but there are levels upon levels over here, which it would have been too painstaking to put. I can't build from here, so I didn't want to do it, but all of these should have actually had it. I could have done up something really beautiful. So here is my castle, Castle Dracula, beautifully rendered. There's the little garden space looking out over this lake. Servants' entrance. All these nightfall things. Main entrance, which is where we came from, and which is where we're gonna go. I wish I could fly into the garden, but I can't. I can only just go at it like this. So there we go. Terrace, bedrooms, service rooms, and everything. I hope you enjoyed this tour of Castle Dracula, completely created by me. Now the tour is over. I bid thee farewell. Enjoy the party. Happy Halloween to you and your family. And today, since I'm in India and I'm an Indian, proud to be an Indian, It is Diwali, Festival of Lights. So, happy Diwali, happy Halloween. Arrivederci, everybody.
A pleasing slumber.
Where was that emote? Hey. Where are the emotes? Oh, there it is. Okay. All the weapons. I like the axes. Very berserker. Ah, here are the emotes.
By the night. Come near. I welcome you.
Oh, I should have done that in the beginning.
Night's greetings. A moment's respite. I am indifferent. Absolutely. Hail. Trouncing you will be a lot of fun.
I like that.
Absolutely not. Cast your gaze. Hail. You win. I welcome you.
Alrighty then. So arrivederci from Castle Dracula. Happy Halloween. Happy Diwali. Go away. This is the part where you go away.